Sorella, Lady of the House of Martok, has requested that you meet her at the House Estate in the Ketha Lowlands. She did not explain why she wanted to see you, but I expect that she has some tasks she would like completed. The House of Martok has served the Empire well.
Ah, the estate of House Martok.
Welcome. I will skip the usual pleasantries. We have serious matters to discuss. The House of Martok has many enemies, but now we know that an enemy may be plotting to... The filthy Baktag willing to carry out such dishonorable attacks.
Any threat to House Martok will...
He is on his way to the Batleth tournament on Forcus 3 with your father. Worf, before you go, I have another concern.
A Romulan? Here? Once I would have considered that it...
Of what interest is a Klingon farm to a Romulan?
The only thing I've paid attention...
The Togs have been busy.
I remember seeing the Romulan. He said he was a surveyor hired to...
This surveyor may be more than he seems. The idea of a... I see the equipment there. It is definitely Romulan tech. That is definitely Romulan gear, but it is a short-range EM transmitter. Not something a surveyor would use, Romulan or other. Well done. We still have there is a shipping and receiving.
Yes, I remember this man. It's not every day you see a Romulan in the camp. Martok would have never let a However, his codes were valid.
And now our surveyor is a diplomat.
I processed
a Tal
that
Shiar
order.
spy seems
It
more
was
like...
an order for the House of...
This spy is clever. We should focus our search. The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger! 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 Your scanner has enough data to provide... There! By the ship! What is that Romulan doing?
The House of Martok will crumble, and with it, the rest of...
Treacherous for shock! It's an ambush! They're finished! Deal with that bomb before it kills us all! This ship, it is the Rotaran, the flagship of House Martok. That Romulan wanted to blow up more than fertilizer. It would have been a fatal blow, both to the House and its honor. Wicha! One thing is clear. Whoever is behind this plot has no honor. Not even a Fekiri would join forces with the Tal Shiar. It is madness! We must continue the hunt, my friend. The Romulan still draws breath, and as long as he lives, our troubles will multiply. A piece of Baktok probably beamed up to a cloaked vessel in orbit. Let us return to your ship and see if we can find it. Ever since Gempok recognized the government on New Romulus, the number of Romulan ships in orbit over Kronos has increased. Most of them have legitimate reasons for being here. As a diplomat, I realize that harassing such a ship could lead to an incident. That's trouble we do not need. Very well. I am willing to continue, as long as you understand that discovering the vessel that holds our quarry will be difficult. There's a lot of warp and impulse traffic in the area. It's too much for the scanners to handle, especially if we're dealing with a cloaked ship. That's assuming the ship is still in the system. Ah, your intuition served us well, my friend. Scanners are detecting trace singularity distortions from the nearby asteroids. I believe a cloaked Romulan...
I'm being pursued by annoying Klingon insects. Long flies. As much as I would love to dance, I have a pressing appointment elsewhere, so let's change heart.
Let's see if we can follow the warp trail of the Romulan leader. Scanning. Ah, there it is. Warp trail detected. Sensor analysis indicates that the Romulan is headed for the Forcus system. Agreed. I believe Lady Sorella's suspicions were correct. The Romulans mean to kill Maven and anyone that gets in their way. Like my father. We have arrived in the Forcus system. The Warbird's warp trail ends here. I've hailed him several times, but he has not answered. Either he is unable to respond, or yes, she is dropping into orbit over Forcus 3 and hailing us.
You're becoming an annoyance.
Scan for energy traces so we can follow him. Again! We must find him! Quickly!
cannot stop what is already set in motion. The Klingon Empire will fall.
Tarson may have beamed himself and his agents to the surface.
Stay alert.
Any Romulans here will be well hidden, but their Klingon ally.
Did you see Jimpak? Wonderful!
Have you seen the fighter? Is General Chang for...
And what do you think?
Do you really?
The enemy is devious. Hearing the chanting and sounds of battles reminds me of the first time I celebrated.
There is a priority target in the area.
That was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
Access is limited to maintenance. I am, and you will explain your impudence before.
There is another way.
Not as a then combat. You. And now, an exhibition match.
Enemy targets on sensors.
This concludes the exhibition. Our next match will begin shortly. Ha! You fight well.
I said that I would tell you the story of how I came to be called Kemtar. Kemtar was the name of a warrior who saved my father from assassins on Maranga 4. I used the name Kemtar.
What's this?
To honor his
A
memory,
glob fly
to
buzzes
remind
into these
me of
hollow
what
chambers?
it means to
This
be
is
Klingon.
a place for competitors, insect! The insect buzzes still. I think it is time I stifled it permanently!
Enemy targets on sensors.
More traitors in league with Tarsus. They must be preparing to strike.
Target located. Crimes include sabotage and assassination. Termination authorized.
Maven has fallen to treachery! The House of Martok will have its rip. He's using the field to weaken our energy weapons! Switch to a melee weapon!
Tor, I need reinforcements!
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Maven was sent here to replace his equipment, and yet I find you here.
Lady Sorella feared that you alone would not be able—
I see you have been listening.
While you were here at the—
I have not seen this evidence.
Agreed.
Sorella and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security remains a priority. To start,
House.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
My former jailers were from that house. At least, before we sent them to Grethel on the frozen— House Tord.